Okay, so the totals based on Texas Reality Check are one thing. Now we're going to go to the actual totals. So we said 874 a month. So we can actually just add these up. Get your calculator. 874 a month for living. Um, your utilities, 46 a month plus 60, right? Plus your internet, plus your water and gas, plus your electricity, plus your food, plus your car, plus your car insurance, plus your clothing, plus personal care, plus health care, plus entertainment. And I will actually leave out education because you are going to, um, your education is only going to last for 4 years or so, right? And however, you may get scholarships, you may do whatever. So I'm going to leave that out. Okay. I'm also going to leave out family because I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So I'm not going to add everything up until education and family is normal stuff for every single human being. You may not go to college. You may decide not to have a family, right? So let's just keep the numbers at basic, keeping it to ourselves, right? So that leaves us at 3,500, 36, so 36, right? So basic life equals 36 a month, okay? And then you would add education, okay, is plus 142, right? And then family is plus 2 grand, right? So if you want, everything, right, you would say plus 1042 plus 2 grand equals 6,000, right? But I only say, okay, so we could say grand total is going to equal 6,700. Sure, go with 6,700 because we're rounding up, right? So your grand total is 6,700, right? And so doing just these numbers, because if I was a single guy, not married, no family, right? $60,000 divided by 12, okay, is 5,000. So I'm making my basic life at 36, giving me $1,400 a month that I can save or do as I please. Okay. Um, but I'm actually only making 5 grand a month as a teacher, right? And my grand total is 67. So I'm short $1,700. But my wife makes up the $1,700 plus some. So this is all planning. And that's what I'm telling you. This is the reality. These are the real numbers. So you can understand what it takes to actually run successful life. And, what is your measure of success? What do you want? And don't cut yourself short because you may not want it today, but then as time goes on, you change and you want to change and have doors open for you that you can take advantage of opportunities as opposed to closing the doors and now you have no opportunities. This is the time when you're young. This is when you're doing it now. So Bottom line, you now have your My Reality project. You've broken down the reality of life and what it will cost you, right? So you want a job that's going to give you at least $132,000 a year, right? Or you can just divide that in half and say 132, or actually, no, let's not do it that way. Let's not do it that way. Let's go, if your basic life is 36, sorry, you can times that by 12, and that gives you 43. So you're looking for a job that pays you at least 43,000 or more, okay, as a single person, and you'll get to these numbers. And then when you're talking about, because even, you know, if you get a job that's paying you your education, right? So 43, right? If I add it on, you're not married yet, so you say, okay, 3,600 is my basic life. That's how I want to live, right? Driving around in a Mercedes, having a nice apartment, all these things, right? You're doing good. You have a house, or actually, did I add house in? I based it off the apartment. I actually didn't even go with the house, okay? Because the house would have been adding the extra page, okay? But if you have a house, then you can add that, okay? So that's I'm just talking about you're 20 years old, keeping it simple, right? You're before you decide, because I did not buy a house until I got married and I had kids and all that stuff. So realistically, okay, coming out of, you know, high school, these, you're looking at these numbers. If this is the kind of life you want to live, okay, but then you're going to go to college, right? So you're going to say, okay, add the 1042, right? So now you're at 4,000. Okay, well, I just told you that as a teacher, I make $5,000 a year, $5,000 a month. Okay, so you're still in that line. Okay, so these are realistic numbers. Okay, that's how you come up with the realistic numbers in your plan. So now, okay, what you're actually going to turn in is your My Reality project. You're going to turn that in. But going further, okay, if you know what career you want, does that career equal this amount, or, you know, even this amount? Okay, how much you're going to make yearly, monthly, etc. If you don't know, you should find out. But if you have no clue what you want to do, it's like, oh, what kind of jobs am I going to be able to do? Well, here is a list. You click on Explore Careers, and they just have, you know, pages and pages of careers that will pay you that much money, and you can start doing that research and seeing what you might be interested in. And this is reality. This is coming up with your plan. This is getting the exposure. So at the very bottom, right? My plan is to be an educator. What's your plan? What are you going to put here? Do you know? If not, look it up and have an answer. Start with a plan. You may change your mind, but it's better to have a plan than not have a plan.